I bet you could be president. Just a hell of a sign, okay? Washington
So I'm a big fan of term limits and
term limits, Congress.
Okay, without political reference.
So yes or no?
You know one thing? If you get elected, okay, I would say term limits, no.
well, I want to get rid of the IRS income tax. I think that's one of the most toxic cancers that we have in our economy. I would be in favor, and I am in favor of the fair tax.
All right. What was the primary cause of the economic crisis of the end of the Bush administration?
The subprime mortgage, as a result of Bill Clinton's signing of the 1994 UN regulation that claims housing is a right.
And we've forgotten about capitalism. Capitalism is virtuous because businesses do well by serving their customers, by doing good. Right, what we're doing now, this is corporatism. This is almost economic fascism, where the guys in Washington bail out their buddies on Wall Street and take risks with our money.
So would you redirect federal funds into those industries as much as possible for North Carolina?
I would take a close look at it. If the federal government can stimulate it without raising taxes, yes.
We vote against any bill that has earmarks in it.
What are earmarks?
So are you for tying the dollar to some other standard like gold or silver or something else?
Well, we've kind of left that. I don't know that you can necessarily go back, but what I am in favor of legalizing the Constitution. And the way you do that is you simply remove capital gains and sales taxes on gold and silver. So then people can say, okay, I got Federal Reserve notes, I got gold, I got silver. You can choose between them, and we can bring new capital into the economy for saving and investment that's not dependent on the Fed, the Federal Reserve, the Fed, and banks issuing new debt. So it's a way of basically having honest money again.
Well, what's the practical way of getting rid of the inflation tax, as you call it?
Monetary freedom, monetary choice. And it's giving people the alternative to use gold and silver as money, because according to the Constitution, legally it is money.
Do you support audit the Federal Reserve?
I do support the audit of the Fed. It's appropriate that we increase transparency whenever possible with the Fed.
Should we abolish the Federal Reserve?
No, we should not abolish the Fed. The Fed is critical to our economic success and always has been.
You can't say you support the Constitution and support a monopoly over our system of money and credit.
Audit the Federal Reserve.
Audit the Federal Reserve, yes.
Does the 10th Amendment say that states can overrule the federal government if the federal government takes action that is not authorized in the Constitution?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you legalize marijuana at a federal level? I don't care what the states do, but repeal all federal legislation against it.
No, I'm not prepared to do that yet. However, I am prepared to reduce the imprisonment of people that get caught with small amounts of marijuana.
Such as marijuana, gun legislation? Should the states be nullifying federal restrictions on marijuana and guns?
Well, certainly if you look at the idea that we have a federal quote-unquote war on drugs, that's nowhere to be found in the Constitution. Federal gun laws, they're also not anywhere found in the Constitution.
But banning all abortion, I couldn't vote for that. I'll lose a lot of votes over that, but that's all right.
So what about third trimester abortions?
What's a third trimester abortion?
Excuse me. Can I speak to you for a moment? Yes, you. You're carrying a sign that says healthcare, not warfare. Do you believe that the Tea Party is associated with warfare? All right, thank you. How do you feel about the war on terror?
I think the war on terror is kind of a branding exercise at this point. I'm very concerned about terrorism and terrorists, but my real concern is that we've gotten to a national security posture that's dangerous because we're heading towards national insolvency. And we're bleeding ourselves dry in Iraq and Afghanistan. We're done. We need to come home from Iraq and Afghanistan.
How do you feel about the occupation of Iraq right now?
Definitely. We need to be over there. Because if we weren't there, Iran would be there. Oh, because I'm pro-Israel. I'm the only candidate who's pro-Israel.